Good evening, mortals and mortalettes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 9. Episode number 9 of DBW's Mr. Judgment's Confessionals, as we are going full steam ahead to DBW Presents Fallout this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. May 31st. It's going to be a hell of a show, an amazing card that we have for everybody, and we're going to run down each and every single one of the matches, build them up. We're going to talk about them, get inside perspective on the matches from roster members that we have here that are going to be joining us this evening. Plus, we've got some messages that have been sent in to me, yours truly, your father, your Lord and Savior, because you are my children. Yes, indeed. Go stand in the corner in the fetal position. Anyway, so yes, indeed, it's going to be a fantastic show here. I'm going to introduce my panelists that will be joining me here, and we will have more throughout the show, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to start here. Let me enter in my theme music. Yes, indeed. First, I would like to bring in, he is the absolute hated, putrid steed of my loins. I'm, of course, talking about the Blaze.
You should turn down that music because I could barely hear you, Dad. But let's go. I'm back here again, as always. Let's go.
Indeed. Welcome, my son. And then also joining us, we have the man, the myth, the legend of DBW, one of the pillars here of DBW. We have K.C. Effin James.
It's me, mother fluffing KC, baby.
Yes, indeed.
I'm the only man. And the myth.
And then we have, oh yes, returning here. We have the newest signee to DBW. Of course, I'm talking about the one, the only Aaron Blaze, the headline. Welcome.
Good to be here. Great to be here. Let's get the show started.
Indeed. And I've got one more guest for us this evening. And I'm, of course, talking about the former Bitcoin billionaire himself, the unkillable one. I'm, of course, talking about the one, the only Space Wakefield.
Hey, I'm back again. This is the second week in a row, right?
Indeed. You're a difficult man to track down, Chase Wakefield, but I've captured you in your soul many times, indeed. The new brother. Indeed. So, yes, we are here. Episode 9 of Mr. Judgment's Confessionals, and we have a lot to talk about because we have a major show right around the corner, do we not? And it is called DBW Fallout. Our first ever Fallout show. It's going to be absolutely incredible. You know, we touched on some of the matches last week's show, but really we're going to do a deep dive perspective on these matches and what are the implications of this event as we lead into, of course, Total Domination 10, which is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm, of course, going to also slide in some of the comments as they come in here. Of course, we have Caitlin Marie Yost, who is a constant here on the Confessionals. Thank you for your support, mortal. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She says hello, everyone. And then we have Colton Lee. Episode 9 is now live. Yes, indeed, it is. The Heartless Sheriff. Yes. Well, we just lost viewers when Ace Christian showed up.
More like they went up, baby. What do you mean?
Indeed.
I don't think you want to get into why they go up, but
yes, indeed. And the former general manager of DBW, Stephen Gitter, says, Chase, are you wearing a Tesla shirt?
Yes, I am.
I thought that was a new logo. You're going to take that Tesla T and make it into a Chase C, indeed.
Chase C. Oh, hi, Chase C. Tropical Punch.
I know. Just give me royalties. Thank you. All right. So, yes, we have our panel here that is going to join us this evening, and we have our viewers watching from around the world in DBW. We want to thank you all for your support. I want to do a quick reminder that we did have some special happen. We hit over 4,000 subscribers, and we hit over 1 million views. Ladies and gentlemen, mortals and mortalettes, that is one hell of an accomplishment as we started our journey here June 27th, 2016. So we are coming up on 9 years of bringing you the best that dominating backyard wrestling and dominant breakout wrestling has to offer. Indeed, we cannot forget our roots, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
And
yeah,
there
baby. Oh yeah.
You know, that is something I completely agree with you on, for sure. For sure. But yeah.
Ace, before you say it, it was all thanks to me. So shut up.
Oh my! I'm not even gonna argue with you because you were.
I know, because I'm right.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're
Because
wrong.
I'm correct. I am accurate, sir.
Indeed.
I am DBW.
No,
Indeed,
no, you're not, dude. DBW stands for Dark Brotherhood Wrestling. It always has. And dude, there's only 3 people that are DBW. Trust me, kid, you ain't it.
Talk to the hand.
Indeed, indeed. Interesting perspectives as I will take notes with my calligraphy pencil on my parchment. Yes, indeed.
You know, I like Triple C better than Ace Christian. I'll tell you
Triple
that.
C was so good.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I like the Birth Vader too, but you know.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
oh yeah.
Yes, we've all had former beings and you know in different realities. Except for me, I have always been your father. But you know we've all been called some other things. But indeed.
Asher Christ on a crotch, that can't be right.
Yeah, I know. One of those already did do that on the cross. All right, filthy sack. All right, so listen, we are
at least you're not possessed by a dragon every year.
I'd rather. Okay, so we are here to talk about DBW Fallout this coming Saturday, just a couple days away, May 31st, 7 p.m. We're going to see 7 amazing matches that are going to come to you that is going to build from what Unfinished Business started, what Fallout is going to continue, and is going to come to a head at Total Domination X, Total Domination 10, which is our next supermassive major event after Fallout. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and the history that surrounds Total Domination is absolutely amazing, and we'll get into that after Fallout premieres on Saturday. So next week's show will be an amazing. We will recap Fallout. We'll also go back and look at Unfinished Business, and then we'll start to look ahead at on the horizon of Total Domination 10. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So let's get into our matches here. And I will have more guests that will be joining us here on the show as we get on here. As we talk about some of these matches. But I want to talk about this first match here because it is a very intriguing match that has a storyline. Really, if you want to dig deeper into the story, it goes all the way back to last year in a way. And I'm, of course, talking about this first match, y'all. It's going to be Ace Christian versus Jackson Snow. And this is going to be a penitentiary match qualifier. So the winner of this match gets to move on to Total Domination 10 and compete in the penitentiary match. And for the first time ever, the penitentiary match will be contested for the World Extreme Championship for the first time in history. Okay. And that's going to be incredible. That's anything goes in this penitentiary match. So to help us deep dive into this amazing match, I have another guest that I'm going to add on to our show, and I'm, of course, talking about the returning Jackson.
Oh my!
Hey, buddy.
God! Oh my God! Why would you let this goob on here?
Jackson Snow.
All the viewers are gone now. All the viewers.
Yeah, because you're a little cross goblin.
Yes.
They talk from a big guy. Sheesh.
Well.
So, Jackson Snow, give me your thoughts on how you are going to prepare for this upcoming event for Fallout here in a couple days. How you're going to prepare for Ace Christian and move on to be one step closer and possibly regaining your World Extreme Championship.
Yeah, how are you going to prepare for this, baby? There is no prepare.
There is no prepare. Dude, I've already got your every move down.
Really?
When you left the door open at Unfinished Business, I was watching. You're the same move every couple seconds. Look at me. and look what that got you.
Oh, well, how did this fist taste, huh? Whenever I punched you in the mouth. How did that taste, huh? Bet it tastes real good. It's probably the best knuckle sandwich you've ever had in your life.
No, it tasted like shit. You might want to wash your hands next time.
Indeed. Indeed. You know, it's going to be an amazing match. A lot on the line in this match. Of course, the Blaze Ace Christian. I do. Have you ever held the World Extreme Championship, Ace Christian?
You know, that's an easy question. Because no, why would I have any interest in holding that championship? But now is the perfect opportunity for that. And here is why. The perfect opportunity for that is because it is my moment. It's always my moment. I am the moment. I am DBW, as I said before, not Casey James.
So Casey James, you have kind of interjected on last week's show on on his thoughts on being World Extreme as you've been World Extreme champion. So give me your thoughts on this. What do you think is going to happen in this match between Jackson Snow and Ace Christian?
Hold on, let me put down my emotional support card, you.
Oh my goodness.
So here's the thoughts I had while these two were bickering. So like Ace Christian, he's always looking for that next moment. That's his adrenaline rush. That's his drug. That's what gets him off. And like that's cool. I respect the hell out of that. But here's the thing. When a man like Jackson Snow comes back, he comes back hungry. Like hungry as hell. Listen, the king of World Extreme took Jackson Snow's title from him. And it's not only beating Ace Christian's ass on the line, it's the fact that he gets to get into that penitentiary match and go for his title again, which I respect the hell out of that too. So you see, the penitentiary match, that's like the main course. Kid, you're an appetizer. Like he's gonna eat you, bro.
That's cute. That's cute.
Ace.
Oh my goodness.
Look up a switch. I could have your neck exactly like I had the pews last year.
Yeah, and indeed, we have Dominant Breakout Wrestling Buffet, ladies and gentlemen.
He's gonna eat you with avocado ranch sauce, bro.
That's cute. That's cute. That's very cute. Because although Jackson Snow might have been great in the World Extreme division, he has to wrestle me. He has to wrestle one of the best in-ring performers in DBW, Ace Christian. That's the difference. That is what gives me the advantage. There's no weapons. There's no shut your mouth. There's no rules.
Shut my mouth.
There's no weapons. There's no weapons. There's no this. There's no that. It's just pure wrestling when it comes to stepping in the ring with Ace Christian. And Jackson Snow, I have you beat in every way on that. So if you think this is going to be a cakewalk, you are sorely mistaken.
Kid,
and I
was cutting my teeth in this business while you were still learning to tie your shoes.
Indeed. And I had to tie them for you with your Velcro straps.
While you were sucking on your mama's tank.
I want to hear what Chase Wakefield thinks. I want to hear what Chase
I would
Wakefield
love to hear what Chase Wakefield thinks.
Yes,
I might be stepping with him.
Chase Wakefield, you've been World Extreme champion here before, have you not?
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Indeed, 5 whole minutes.
That's 5 more than me, bro.
But my initial thoughts coming into this is Jackson Snow is coming back for one thing and one thing only, and that's to get to the top. And as for Ace Christian, he's been kind of on a downfall as of late. He hasn't been getting what he has been wanting. He kind of lost some aura, to be honest. Doesn't have the sauce anymore.
That's crazy.
His sauce kind of reminds me of expired like Taco Bell mild sauce.
Why are we talking about?
Oh God, that's all good, bro.
This is a wrestling show. Why are we talking about food?
You're a wrestling show.
But
I am.
At the end of the day, I even though the things that Jackson Snow has done in the past, I mean, I don't want to root for him, but at the same time, look who he's against. It's kind of hard not to root against anyone who Ace Christian is.
Ace, it looks like everyone here is against you.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm glad that you brought that up, Chase. I'm glad that you brought that up about Jackson Snow's past, because we're going to be Can you pause that music first of all? Because that's very annoying. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your show music while I'm talking.
Not everybody in hell gets
Please.
ice water.
Please, I asked
Ace
nicely.
Christian.
I asked nicely. Thank you very much. Anyway,
You were incredibly rude.
as I was saying, I'm talking. As I was saying, I'm glad that you brought up about Jackson Snow's past, because everyone wants to talk about how I'm.
Hold that thought. We have to cut to a commercial. And I just want to remind everybody that, if you're interested in some of the greatest merch on the face of the planet, go to bonfire.com and just search up Dominant Breakout Wrestling, and you'll see some incredible merch. And we have more merch coming up there. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, you name it. It's all there. And look at Aaron Blaze there representing the bonfire.com website. So check out the merch, and remember, you can always follow us on all social media platforms. On Facebook, right here on YouTube is the prime source of all YouTube, of all DBW, and also Instagram. You can check us out there as well. So back to you, Ace Christian.
Yet again, I fall victim. As I was saying, Jackson Snow, your past. No one wants to talk about it, but everyone wants to talk about how I do the wrong thing. I'm always the bad guy. No. See, that's where everybody's wrong. I do what's right for this company. I do what's right for me. That is what is important for this company, is what is important to me and for me alone.
Was that losing the Hub City title?
So, Jackson Snow, your past is going to haunt you, because if you think that you're going to go back and just win the World Shooting Championship just like that, not on my watch.
So you're saying we could see the Blaze Ace Christian as a future World Extreme Champion? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That is what
I wouldn't count on it.
Indeed.
Okay.
I wouldn't count on it.
Aaron Blaze, let me get your thoughts for this contest, yeah.
Ace, I'm actually going to give you a bit of flowers.
Really? Thank you.
I'll give you a bit of flowers. You are talented. You are gifted. You just have it. But when it comes to the World Extreme Division, you want to know what it takes to be in World Extreme Divisions, hardcore divisions, and all of that. It takes a mean streak. It takes having hate in your heart and punishing your opponent any and all kind of ways you can. And granted, you're not really that good of a person, but you just don't have it to really break a person beyond recognition. Someone like Jackson Snow, no offense, you do. Chase Wakefield does. Casey James does. Your dad does. I know I sure as hell do. You got a lot of things, but you don't have that mean streak. Hell, you haven't had that mean streak since you killed this guy's persona 4 years ago. That was the last time you really had that hatred, that desire to rip out someone's heart and then feast on it to power yourself up. You don't have that.
An avid, yes, indeed. An avid historian of DBW, yes, indeed.
I was just going to say that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So I want to get to some comments here really quick. We've got Jacob Castrava. Hi, Uncle KC. Yes, indeed.
Yo, what's up, Jacob?
And we've got Colton Lee. Ace can't be extreme. He is too scared to be in the World Extreme Penitentiary match.
Why would I be scared? Why would I be scared if I'm the one that asked for it? I'm the one that wants this, and I'm the one that needs it.
And right now, Zach Depew, the Hub City champion, chimed in and said, "Who's the bigger bitch, Ace or Snow?"
Snow, Jackson, Snow, Jackson.
You like Depew?
Let's get a vote.
Oh yeah, you like Depew because he was the actual bitch.
And then we've got Caleb Rios, avocado ranch sauce. That sounds good. That's crazy.
No, it's literally the best thing to put on Mexican food.
And former general manager of DBW says, "I love Taco Bell." Yes, indeed. Taco Bell is good.
Who said that?
It's all right. It's all right.
Colton Lee says, because Jackson's past is far more prestige.
He can't even type it.
Something about a prestigious ass. I don't know.
He clearly
doesn't have a killer instinct.
Colton Lee clearly needs a history lesson. I'll just put it like that.
Indeed.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's going to be an incredible match. That is for sure.
because of me.
I cannot wait to see the match. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And now we're going to go on to another match here. Since we have both of these competitors on, let's go to this one. East Wakefield for the first time going 1-on-1 with DBW's new assignee, the headline, Aaron Blaze. Thoughts on this match, gentlemen? Let's start with you, Chase Wakefield.
Thoughts going into this match? I've watched Aaron Blaze for a long time. I discovered him on SportsWire Radio. And when I first discovered him, I was really intrigued with what Aaron Blaze had to offer. He could talk the talk and definitely can walk the walk in places like YBW, ROEW, all these amazing places. He's traveled everywhere. But the thing is, it's been said before that we both have the same common goal, and that's, in his case, he's being new assignee, is to make a name for himself. But for me, it's more or less of a redemption, because if I don't come victorious against you, Aaron Blaze, who knows what could be next for Chase Wakefield. I don't have no more second chances when it comes to this stuff. I've been in this company for 10 years now, and I've been to the top of this company, and I've been at the bottom, and I'm experiencing the bottom right now. And there's only one way. I don't really have any more pat on the backs or second chances when it comes to this stuff. There's not going to be a good job, Chase Wakefield. You'll get him next time. No, there's none of that for me now, because I've been through everything, and now I just have one more goal, and I've won every championship except recently for the World Extreme Championship. And I think if I don't come across victorious in our match, I'm going to have some serious thinking when it comes to what's next for Chase Wakefield.
So so it's all or nothing for Chase Wakefield.
It truly is all or nothing, and I promise you, I'm not gonna sit here and talk this talk. I'm just gonna give it my 110%, and I hope you are ready for that 110%, Aaron Blaze, because when it comes to you, you better be ready, or it's gonna hit you like a freaking train.
Cool.
Yes, indeed. Freaking train. Before we get to your response, Aaron Blaze, we have another guest that is joining us here. I'm talking about the last bone shaker who made his return to DBW, Robert Pearson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on here. The honor of being here on the bringing back a little throwback.
Indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes.
Had to dress up and show out being on the
absolutely. That gets me all hot and bothered. Yes, indeed. But we are discussing Aaron Blaze versus Chase Wakefield. Aaron Blaze, I would like to hear your rebuttal to Chase Wakefield.
You know, Chase, I've been watching you and a lot of these people here for a long time, and you and I, we talk a lot, and you and I are really good friends. I'm going to be participating in your wedding in a couple of months and all of that. But you state that I need to be ready. I don't think you're ready, because you've been saying that this is all or nothing for you. And if you don't win, you need a reality check, and that you need to rediscover who you are. Buddy, I have never forgotten who I am in victory or defeat. And I keep going. And you talk about opportunities. I treat any and all opportunities like it is my last. I don't care if there's a second chance or a third. This trip, this whole experience for me being in DBW isn't a one and done. But this, to me, is my only chance to prove to the world and prove to everyone in this panel and everyone watching that I belong in DBW. And you've had your time. You've had your fun. You've done it all and more. But I plan on doing more than you and more than a lot of people in here, because you're looking at the future of DBW. Indeed. So the question isn't if Aaron Blaze is ready, but are you, Chase Wakefield, ready to be made a headline out of? Because I'm going to make one out of you, and then you're going to know exactly who the hell you are afterwards.
That's crazy.
Absolutely, indeed. I am now intrigued more.
He did the Don's March thing. Me
Yes.
personally, I'm not taking that level of disrespect.
What about DC James? What are your thoughts?
So, like, I've wrestled Chase before a couple times, and like, you wouldn't think someone that like looks like the worm from Labyrinth could kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so here's my point here is like Chase is deceptively good at wrestling, whether he thinks he is or not. And like, I mean, this dude has been booked all over the place. This dude has gone crazy, like everywhere for years and years and years. He's wrestled places I've never even wrestled, and I've been doing this a really long time. So like, Chase has that edge. But here's the thing though, is Aaron in his short time has also wrestled in tons of places. So like, he caught up pretty fast, and clearly he's a student of the game. If he knows DBW stuff from years ago, exact years ago, that I don't even remember happening. Like, so for me, it's a toss up. Both guys, I think it's evened out, and I'm really excited to see who's going to win though.
Indeed, Pearson, Mr. Bone Shaker, what are your thoughts on this match?
Certainly, Aaron, let me give you just a little piece of my history. When I first came into DBW, in a fatal four-way match, DJW, Jackson Saber, and my tag team partner, Jacob Cassidy. That match meant a lot more to me than what a lot of people think, because what that did was not only give me the opportunity to contest and fight for the Hub City Championship. That is when I had one of my very first big matches, and it was against Chase Wakefield. Now, did I win? No, I didn't win, but what the success and ultimately what came afterwards was what it all made that worth for. So going into this match, don't think about you know, what happened that night and whatever, you know, don't take it all in is what I'm basically saying, because the payoff is going to be way huger for you because you're working with such a talent that is Chase Wakefield. Like everyone has been saying, he's wrestled a lot of places. He's a star of his own, and watching you, I see a lot of myself within you, Aaron Blaze. And what I mean by that is you're going to break out. You're going to accomplish a lot of great things because, you know, who would have thought? Let's think about it from this aspect. I went on to lose to Chase, but later on ended up becoming DBW Tag Team Champions with my partner Jacob Cassidy, and that is what it's all for. I see you being a champion in DBW very soon, and hopefully along the line, I've gotten to face Chase, and I had a great time. I would love to face Chase any other time, but you, Aaron Blaze, you're talking about making a headline out of Chase Wakefield and everything like that, but maybe sometime soon you come step up to the Bone Shaker's Boneyard, and you can see about trying to line. But until then,
what is a bone shaker?
What is a bone shaker?
You need to tell me, because we finally got you on. What the hell is a bone shaker?
A bone shaker is it's an entity. It's an enigma. It is a feeling. It's a cause. It's for the people, by the people. That is what the bone shaker is.
Okay, so you're not giving handies in a graveyard or nothing.
No, I had stopped I shook my last boner just about a long time ago. I don't do that quite anymore. But
that,
God damn it,
you did the thing. Yes, he did the thing. That is Phil. That is not PG. That is not PG.
I didn't think it was PG.
Let's keep it rated R and not rated X. Indeed. So ultimately, this match is going to be amazing. Ace Christian, I'll give you your last words on this quickly.
Didn't even ask me.
That means hurry up,
you want to know who I think is going to win and who I honestly hope wins. I hope that Aaron Blaze pulls out, in my opinion, the upset.
That's crazy.
Because I know that's crazy because I wouldn't expect that either. But the reason why is because I am very much looking forward to seeing you in the penitentiary match. So that way I can prove to all these idiotic fans in DBW that I still support why I am the one and only Blaze.
All right, indeed. So, yes, we have some comments here in the chat. We have Colton Lee. Rob had to show his face. Yeah, the quote coming from Colton Lee. That's because we all welcome you back. Indeed. Chase Wakefield for World Extreme Champion again. Yes, indeed. From Zach Depew. He's in your corner. Let's see here. And the Outlaw Jackson Snow says, I'm glad Ace got his last words off his chest. Remember, Ace, flip of a switch, I can ruin your life. See you soon, kid.
That's crazy.
And we've got Richard Google. Yes, indeed. Richard Google is here, who is a constant here on the show. Who missed me other than Gator? We all missed you, mortal. Yes, indeed. And Caleb Marios was laughing at you, Casey, as I often do, indeed.
I laugh at him, too.
And not BG, indeed, we're not. So, all right, so we have, before we get to the next match, I want to talk about, well, actually, let me just put the match up on here. I have a match. The DBW Anarchy Championship will be on the line as Jay Luther faces his long-time rival, Jackson Sabre, and what could be possibly the last time that these two ever face one another again. And, of course, Jay Luther's DBW Anarchy Championship will be on the line. And we got some words. Of course, we heard from Jay Luther last week, which was great to have him on the show. We got some words here from one Jackson Sabre, the Salisbury psychopath, that I'm going to play for you now.
You know, it's really funny how history tends to follow you in ways that you never expected. But you also know that fortune favors the bold, and it favored me because I got tired of waiting around for my DBW Anarchy rematch, my rightful one-on-one rematch against Dagon Rock. Never got it, never saw it because Cyrus and the walking Momo doll Chase Wakefield wanted to get a little piece of the pie. And ruined everything. But that's neither here nor there. I'm a different person. We moved on. 2025, new year, new me. Anyways, now my championship, my Anarchy Championship, is in the hands of somebody I know very well, unfortunately. He's been a constant pain in my side since I debuted in DBW. Matter of fact, he was one of my opponents. July 27th, 2023, on DBW Thunder Punch, Jackson Sabre went against Jacob Cassidy, Robert Pearson, and Jay Luther. And we all know who took the pin in that match. Me and him have had various battles up and down the Eastern Seaboard. We've ridden together. We've trained together. Somebody might even call us friends if... I'm sorry, I couldn't keep it. No. But fun and games. All right, fun and games are over. Jay, you and me, DBW Fallout. I reclaim what is rightfully mine, and I finally put your annoying, compassionate beatdowns in the ground where they belong. And that is no laughing matter. New two-time Anarchy champion, Jackson Sabre.
Indeed, his pupils were dilated worse than mine after a visit from the optometrist. But I will tell you that interesting comments there from one Jackson Sabre. Yes, he wants his title back, being one of the few two-time Anarchy champions in DBW history. Aaron Blaze, thoughts? on this match?
It's a toss-up. I've seen Luther, I've seen Saber, and like Saber just said in that video we saw, these guys share a lot of history, but it's just going to boil down to who wants it more at DBW Fallout to take that DBW Anarchy Championship. Do I think this is the final chapter in their story? No, I don't, but we're just going to find out if this is just another, I guess, game of hot potato, a little bit of chasing, but only time will tell.
Indeed. What about you, Ace Christian?
His breath stank. I can tell you that. I smell that from here. But what do I gotta say about Jay Luther or Jackson Saber? Well, we all know that their history goes back, and they came in together, and now we're here. They're facing each other, and they're a feud. They're one of the biggest feuds that we have. One of the more prominent feuds that we have here, and I like Aaron said, only time will tell where we go. But I think Jay Luther's got the edge here because he's been on a roll. Something I haven't been, unfortunately, but I'll give that to him. So I'll give that to Jay Luther.
Self-admittance is the first step in the right direction. Yes, indeed. As you confess your sins here, my child. Chase Wakefield, what say you?
Oh man, I was kind of leaning towards Jackson Saber until he called me Momo for some reason.
That's crazy.
I don't know what
I
that's
mean, it's
about.
the horseshoe fits, bro.
That's crazy. And he's not any better Uslo look-alike. But, I just had to give it to Jay Luther because he's been a monster in DBW as of late. And his success that's been given to him is not due to luck or pure coincidence. It's due to the amount of hard work he has displayed for DBW for the past last season. So I could definitely see Jay Luther picking up the W on this one.
Indeed.
Unlike Ace Christian picking up a W,
Oh, whatever. I'd like to see you try. Like I said, I hope Aaron Blaze beats your ass, bro. Get out of here.
Indeed.
And then I'll make sure you're the first one out in that penitentiary match, Ace.
Right.
I changed my
get past
I changed my pick now. I hope it's a draw.
Casey Mays, what say you, Casey?
I would just like to start with Ace Christian sucks. Also, guys, this is gonna sound weird, but I think Jackson Saber might be my son.
Indeed, I see the resemblance.
I mean, he's the cringiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. But it makes sense. I can see it. I see a lot of me in him. Unfortunately, though, as everyone said, Jay Luther is like Texas Roadhouse cinnamon, butter, because it's on a roll, bro. He's on a roll. And honestly, here's my thing. Here's how I look at it too: is Jackson Saber couldn't get it done 3 times against Dagan Raw. He had 3 chances. Jay Luther had 2, which the first one ended in a draw in a friggin' battle royal, and then the second one he pounded him into the freaking earth. Jay Luther's going crazy, and it seems like Jackson Saber's just kind of losing his mind a little bit. And I don't think his head's in the game, so I'm giving this one to Jay Luther.
Indeed. And what say you, Robert Pearson? You know these two probably better than anyone on this panel. Give us your brief synopsis.
I was just going to say that I know both these guys. I've known them for a long time. Another fun fact, Jay Luther is one of the people I started having feuds with when I first started wrestling across the Eastern Shore and everything like that. I will say this, the look and everything that Jay Luther has going on, despite Jackson Saber, really just sucking the snot right now, I'd like to say. I've seen a different side of Jay Luther over the years and everything like that. I also had beaten Jay Luther to actually obtain my first Pro Show championship belt. So I'd have to say truly that this is a whole new side, and we're going to see Jay Luther smash Jackson Saber. It's clean sweep for Jay Luther. I'd really like to say that he's got this down in the bag.
Indeed. I believe you're accurate. This is going to be a great match, and they have a great rivalry that spans across their existence here in DBW, and it should be interesting to see the fallout of that match. Indeed. So we're going to proceed on to see what I did there.
Yes, I did.
We are going to proceed to our next match. Oh, yes, indeed. And we are going to be going to this match.
Hey, that's me.
K.C. James versus Matt Moore at Fallout. It's going to be an incredible match. Former World Extreme Champion, Matt Moore there, looking to get back into it. But first, he sent me yours truly a video that we are going to check out right now.
DBW Universe, I'm back. However, back for one reason only. Actually, two. To right my wrongs for the past few years, for being so vile and disgusting to all the DBW fans who are undeserving of that treatment. And for number two, I'm coming back for my World Extreme Championship, the one title that I never actually fairly lost, due to the disgusting actions of a one Ace Christian. However, that's in the past. This is now. And now I am coming back full head of steam for my World Extreme Championship. Beginning at DBW Fallout against a very vile and disgusting human being. Some call him rude and other names. You know, I like to refer to him as the human embodiment of Satan himself. Because essentially that's what he is. DBW Fallout. Matt Moore. K.C. James. World Extreme Championship Penitentiary Match Qualifier. Wow, that is almost a tongue twister. Anyways. Me, K.C. James. Lots of history building up over the past, however, never one-on-one match. You folks are going to see it live on DBW Fallout. Tune in as I watch. Jesus, oh my. Tune in as I whoop K.C. James' ass and proceed on to the next step of reclaiming the title that I should have never lost, the World Extreme Championship. Love, the most dominant, the best, and the longest reigning World Extreme Champion. It's all going to happen again. Deuces, tune in, DBW Fallout.
K.C. James, thoughts?
Who the hell is Matt Moore? Like, he's talking about all this history building up, and now we're having this match because we never wrestled one-on-one. I don't even remember being in the same room as this kid. You want to know how little I care about Matt Moore? I wouldn't piss on his gums if his teeth were on fire. Okay?
Ew.
That's how little I care about Matt Moore. Now he's acting like this is his dream match, like this is his big thing. He's gonna come in and he's gonna be triumphant against good old K.C. James. But the fact of the matter is, it's just not gonna fucking happen. Like, you know who the fuck I am. Like, I'm going to catch a murder charge, an attempted murder charge at least. I want you guys to understand this. I understand it's a sanctioned match, but trust me, it's not going to end well. And then I'm going to go on, you know what? I don't even care, because I'm going to go on to Total Domination, and I'm going to win the title that I never freaking won in the first place. I'm coming for my baby, and I'm taking it from all of you. I'm full of cum and cheese, boys, and I'm ready to go. Let's fucking go.
Indeed.
Disgusting.
Indeed.
Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely, indeed.
Absolutely filth.
Adam Blaze, what are your thoughts?
First of all, who does Matt Moore think he is? Chris Brown saying deuces? Yeah. Sorry, had to pull that one.
Who is Chris Brown?
Dad, stop. Do not.
I didn't even catch what you said. I zoned out there.
He said, who is Chris Brown?
I do not know a Chris Brown. Is that a filthy mortal?
Oh, I mean...
Dad, mute yourself, please.
Jesus.
Inquiring mind wants to know.
I used to house sit for Chris Brown.
Oh, okay. Was he in Casey and the Sunshine Band?
Oh, Jesus
no, neither was I.
First we're talking about food, now we're talking about Christmas. Oh my God!
I think he was on an island once.
He said deuces, bro. I'm sorry. It's a good
What
song.
is this company? What is this company?
It's the company. It's the company that made
I think he went on
great.
vacation to an island before. I don't remember.
Anyhow, back on the wrestling track. Back on wrestling. I think Matt Moore's gonna lose. Actually, no, I don't think. I know Matt Moore's gonna lose because he's gonna have to do a lot more than sounding like a hypocrite and being He looks like he just woke up out of bed. I'm gonna be honest, and he really hasn't been. Again, he's just one of those guys that's lost his edge to the point where he had to change his name. I just don't. I just don't think he has it against a veteran like Casey James, and I'm not just saying that because he's in here. I'm saying that because it's just the truth.
You hear that, Ace? Did you hear what he said?
He can have his opinion.
Ain't nobody saying
this to you, but if you want to take it personally and make everything about you, because your ego.
I'll have my own opinion. Just
okay.
Give me a second.
Indeed. Okay, and yes, let's go to Chase Wakefield. What do you
Go
think?
to me.
Former Don's March member. Yes, indeed.
Well, let's do a little history since he wants to talk about history. He joined the Don's March. That was supposed to be his point of relevancy. He completely ruined that whole thing. Caused me to leave the company for however long. Then he wants to hold his phone like he's doing a vlog in vertical mode. This is promoting your big match, and you can't even go on horizontal, which is kind of crazy. Third, Casey James has been wrestling for us longer than Matt Moore has been alive. He's been wrestling in Hancock, Maryland for us when he was just an infant. So if you think you can really step up to a guy like Casey James, who has won almost everything except for the World Extreme Championship, of course, won about pretty much everything in DBW, and you expect this kid who came and compete in a training course at Battlefield Pro Wrestling to beat this guy? Are you kidding me? Like, that's crazy. That's what the off-voice Christian would say. But it's pretty obvious on who's gonna win this, and it's obviously going to be Casey James, and also the fans, because we get to see Matt Moore get his ass kicked.
Indeed. And what about you, Robert Pearson?
I think it's a clean slate again. Just to keep it simple, Sunshine. I really do think Casey James has this in the needs a menace. I mean, the boogeyman checks under his bed for Casey James before he goes to sleep. So that's all that needs to be said, truly. I mean, fucking Casey's going to secure the W. Just like with every single match that's going to be happening at Fallout, the fans are going to win as well, because banger after banger after DBW.
Indeed. Absolutely indeed. And what about you, Ace?
All right. So, as much as, I wouldn't like to see Casey James in the penitentiary match, respectfully, I will give this to you. But, however, I don't know what the odds are in this match when it comes to betting, but I cannot wait to put my money on Matt Moore whenever he put the upset of the century. And I'm about to get like millions of dollars for the odds that I'm betting on this match.
That's
so
why no one likes you, Christian.
I'm betting my money. I'm betting $10 on Matt Moore and getting $10 million out of it.
That was so bad that it made Aaron Blaze leave.
Good. I hope he did.
Indeed, it should be an interesting contest of two fierce competitors in the DBW annals of history.
I'm going to murder this child in front of a live studio audience. Do you not get that?
Indeed.
He said he's gonna whoop my ass. I'm not even gonna bother whooping his ass. I'm gonna make his entrails become his extrails. Blood will leave his body.
I will schedule the coroner. Yes, indeed.
Judgment. You said two fierce competitors, but Matt Moore is as fierce as Scorpion the Assassin's kneecaps.
Scorpion, if you listen to this, I ain't taking that.
That is just Phil. Indeed. So I would like to enter a new panel member here to the show. One that you all know very well, and everyone in the DBW universe should know extremely well. And I'm, of course, talking about the DBW World Heavyweight Champion, Rock Hard Brandon Castelli. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, mortals and mortalettes. Welcome to the show, the DBW World Champion.
Good morning, Brandon. Good morning.
Judgment, thank you for having me on here.
So Brandon, we saw a little video on last week's show about you just trying to get answers about what is going on. You know, why Aaron did what he did at the end of that show and completely blindsided you after a ridiculously good match against Roland Havoc, where you successfully defended your title. You have tried to reach out. You have tried to reach out to one Jacob Ryan, and couldn't get through. We know that Jacob Ryan and Aaron Jones, partake in each other's acquaintance. What's going through your head?
You think you know a guy, and they come up. Not only do they stab you in the back, but they stab you in the heart. And I thought that Aaron and I had a mutual understanding, had an agreement. I thought we were closer friends than we are. I guess that was only one-sided. I've been trying since Unfinished Business to get something out of Aaron, and it's been met with silence. Apparently, he's only going to want to talk to me if my back is turned. And I've been trying to get a hold of Jacob Ryan, and he's not answering me either. So I just wanted a little solidarity here, since this is live in color. I have Jacob Ryan's phone number here. I'm going to try to call him while we're live, since I'm sure he's watching this too.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
That's crazy.
I can't wait for this.
Oh.
Calling me on myself.
Oh, he's ghosting you.
Please leave your message for 980.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we at the DBW corporate team, we expect answers for such actions that were unwarranted. We will. I will do my best to get Aaron Jones here on this show, so that way he can confess his sins about what he did and to explain why he did what he did.
At least he'd be talking to somebody.
Yes, I will see what favors I can call in to see if I can get him on the show. I know there must be a lot going through your head, Brandon Castelli.
So sad.
You think you could trust somebody, and then they just turn around and stab you in the back?
Yeah. You'd think. But you know what? I don't want to try and dwell on it too much here. When it comes to Fallout, I've kind of made a trend here and made a habit of, allowing anybody a shot at this championship if they've never had a shot at it. So, at Fallout, if there's somebody there that wants a shot at my belt, all they got to do is look me in the eye and say they want a shot.
Indeed. As Pearson moves his...
I said at Fallout, not on this live video
screen. Yes, indeed. That could possibly be the icing on the proverbial cake of what is Fallout, is what is already an amazing event here. We could possibly have a DBW World Championship impromptu match at DBW Fallout, according to the champion here. But Brandon Castelli, feel free to stick around, or if you must go, we understand the champion is busy. It is up to you, but we are going to progress to our next match. And I'm, of course, talking about not do we only have one tag team match at DBW Fallout. We have two, because we here in DBW, we love our tag team wrestling. And we put it on a massive pedestal, do we not? I think almost everybody in this room has been tag team champions at DBW at one point or another. Actually, I do think everybody in this room has been DBW tag team champions. That is amazing. It's like I planned that because I did. So we're going to talk about this match right here. Ego versus the Brothers Creed. It should be an amazing match here as the Brothers Creed looks to hit the reset button on DBW and bring DBW back to the golden era of DBW, because according to their eyes and according in their mind, they think DBW and the roster members have lost their way in the true respect that is the DBW. Whereas Ego, as we know how successful they've been, longest reigning tag team champions, of course. Roland Havoc has held championships himself. You know, we know the success that comes with Ego, do we not, Ace Christian? And they will be teaming up. Ego, Brothers Creed at DBW Fallout. It should be an amazing match. And we have a video that was sent into me in the vertical position, once again, from one said Warhound, who just faced Brandon Castelli, Roland Havoc. Play the tape.
Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who I am. I'm here to basically tell you guys why I've been quiet and haven't been heard from much at all recently. That is because of the results from unfinished business. I was arguably the closest that I've ever been to becoming the world champion. Something that, if you know me, you know radiates in my head. Something that I know deep down that I should have right now. But I owe you, the DBW fan base, more. I feel like I have let each and every one of you down, especially after being voted your 2024 Wrestler of the Year. You have given me much support, and you have been behind me pretty much every step of this way. So I owe you all more. The reason I am not the champion right now is because of Ace Christian. I have been informed by management that I am not to react in any way, shape, or form against Ace Christian. I have been told that I need to trust in due time and process. Silas Walker told me that. I have been placed in a tag team contest with my Ego brethren, Colin Graves, to take on Scorpion and Cyrus at the upcoming event, Fallout. I have been placed in this tag match, so that is what I will focus on coming up. Ace Christian, you're on the back burner of my mind, my friend. Just know that.
Indeed, powerful words from the Warhound Roland Havoc. I first want to get Brandon Castelli. I want to get your thoughts as you were involved directly in that match. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What's going on in your mind with the words that you just heard?
Well, can't really argue with them after watching the footage back. Looks like there's a little asterisk next to me beating Roland, courtesy of that little gremlin that's sitting up top above me here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that you brought it in. Look, he had me. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I have the championship. So I get his frustrations, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Ace Christian, explain yourself.
I can explain myself perfectly. Brandon, you expect us to all feel bad for your situation, but now Roland Havoc has his situation on not becoming world champion, and we feel bad for him. So I don't want to hear a sob story from you ever again. What I want to hear from you is a thank you. A thank you for saving your title another day. I want you to thank me publicly. If not privately, that's cool too, but I want a thank you to me. Because I am the only reason, the one reason that you are the champion right now. Because if I hadn't slid in, pulled the ref out for the sake of the company, not for the sake of me, not for the sake of, what ego has done to me in the past, for the sake of the company, for the sake of that championship, it's not meant for Roland. It's not meant for him. That's why I did what I did. That is why I did what I did. And that was also to get back from Mary Mayhem for what he did to me. But no, I make everything about myself, right? It's just the straight facts. That's what I've been saying this entire time. It's straight facts. But no one, I'm the bad guy. Oh, I did the bad thing. I pulled the ref out. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm tired of hearing the sob stories. I'm tired of it. Those are just excuses. Be a man. Be a freaking man.
Indeed. Well, I do think that it was uncalled for. If I do say so myself, your actions. But
you don't get it then. You don't get it.
But what we're gonna focus on here is the Brothers Creed versus Ego, because that, as Roland said, that's what's in front of Roland Havoc here, regardless of what may be in the future for Roland Havoc. We have in the comment section here the It Factor Cybers, who he will be going against in this contest. Listen, I didn't ask for this. Scorpion made this match by going to the HR department and asking for whatever, so I guess I have to suit up and fight. He wants the Creed back. Let's see what happens. Yes, indeed. And we have Jackson Snow says Ace must have a thing for bigger men.
I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up.
It's crazy. Look out, guys. The Taco Bell Chihuahua with no killer instinct is on the loose. Indubitably.
No. I disagree. 100%. That is disgusting.
I couldn't have said that better. Damn.
I want to hear from the ultimate heavyweight on this contest. Chase Wakefield, what are your thoughts?
Being 450 pounds, I can understand why you're calling me a heavyweight. But,
and that's dry.
But the thing is, Ego has always been at the top of their game, no matter what setbacks they have gone through. And when it comes to Cyrus and Scorpion, they're walking retirement home. And I don't know whose bones are more brittle out of that team, the knee of Scorpion or the clavicle of Cyrus. But I think this is going to be on paper, it would be a more well-fought contest, but in reality, I think Scorpion and Cyrus's time has been up, and I think Ego is going to come victorious onto this.
Indeed. Interesting take on that. And anyone else would like to chime in on this match?
Here's Christian sucks.
On this match. I mean, I get everything about me, but I get that, but no.
So, Ace Christian does suck, but that's not what we're talking about. Sorry, here's the thing. So, since 2016 to 2025, this company has evolved continuously. It hasn't stayed stale ever. It's constantly been something new and exciting. You do have the guys who have stayed, like myself, Judgment, Chase, Ace, who sucks.
I'm indeed.
Indeed. So the thing is, though, is it just feels a lot to me now. Like, I kind of agree with Chase. Like, it feels to me like Scorpion and Cyrus have never wanted to evolve. They've always just wanted to stay the same and hope their old games and tricks did the work. But like at this point, I'm wondering if it's gonna do the job, you know? But on the other side, you have Colin Graves, who is a piece of trash and not worth a damn, but he's teaming with the only person in Ego that matters ever, Roland Havoc. But Roland Havoc has emotional damage. So you have these old brittle fucks versus these emo guys. And like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really just think emo guys are gonna win.
Indeed, and that it could be what happens. Anyone else have any thoughts? What about you, Bone Trigger?
I just want to say, first of all, I mean, this goes into the Ego versus Brothers Creed, but it almost seems like you joined Ego and did absolutely nothing, and then at the very end screwed Roland out of what was going to be the biggest win of his career. That's why being here in this, like Casey had said, he does have emotional damage. He does have a little bit of damage and everything like that. But as I see it, the hashtag Ego is one of the best tag teams that DBW has ever seen. Going up against this Brothers Creed, I don't think so much that Cyrus and Scorpion will be on the same page, dealing with that on the same page compared to, you know, being a tag team that is absolutely one of the greatest. It's just the Roland has to keep his mindset here on the inside and not worry about out there. He needs to really focus on, okay, I'm in this tag match, not just for hashtag Ego, but this is. And with that being said, I don't think anyone wants to see the Brothers Creed take that away from DBW Fan Nation or from Roland and Colin Graves. So I say Ego, hashtag Ego's got this easy money.
Indeed. Any other thoughts on this match? Go for it.
All right, can everyone hear me? I'm on my backup phone now because my original one just glitched out like crazy.
Verizon, can you hear me?
Good.
Did you just raise your hand?
No secret. Huh?
Did you just raise your hand?
Casey, I did too.
You're adorable. Continue.
Yeah, I try. Anyhow, it's no secret that Ego is one of the best teams in not just DBW, but throughout all of wrestling, no matter whatever you want to call it. But the thing about the Brothers Creed, I wouldn't even call them that. I just call it Scorpion and Cyrus teaming up, because it just seems like Cyrus doesn't want it. The it factor, a founding father of sorts for this company who's helped lay the foundation of it for the first time in a long time, just doesn't want it. He's not willing to put his, I guess, ego, pun not intended, aside to just work with Scorpion the Assassin and whatever they're trying to do to try and climb to the top of the DBW Tag Team division, and that could cost them. And Colin's been going through a lot, sure. Havoc got screwed over by this little punk, but I think that's going to fuel them. I think that's going to add fuel to the fire and make them an even better team than they already are heading into this match at Fallout.
I think you could be absolutely correct. I think it's going to be an interesting contest, old school versus new school, so to speak, in this amazing tag team contest to rise both of their stocks in the tag team division. Yes, speaking of tag team matches and rising stocks, we've got the top of the line, the top of the mountains in the tag team division defending their championships. I'm, of course, talking about the Brooklyn Prodigies defending their tag team championship against the Chaos Conspiracy, the reformed Chaos Conspiracy. Now that Robert Pearson has returned, this should be an amazing match. DBW Tag Team Championships on the line. What say you, Robert Pearson?
Let's just be frank. Not only did I let a piece of me down by what had happened to me and not being around, but I also let Jacob Cass, I let down the DBW fan nation, and who is not to say? You can never say never. I mean, as I recall, I know with hashtag ego and the Heretics becoming multi-time tag team champions and everything, that is something that I at least know in my criteria, which I would love to meet one day, and that day could be, there you go, Fallout. These are the Brooklyn Prodigies. These are no scallywags. These are no just a couple of Brooklyn dudes. These are actual contenders and are DBW World Tag Team champions. So when the Brooklyn Prodigies first came in, they faced off with none other than Chaos Conspiracy. So this is something huge within itself. It's not our first rodeo, and it most certainly will not be our last. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be able to hold that gold again.
Indeed. It is going to be an amazing contest between the Brooklyn Prodigies and the Chaos Conspiracy for the Tag Team Championships of DBW. What say anyone else who would like to contribute to this match? What are your thoughts?
Well, Robert, you were Frank, so I suppose I'll be Steve about it. Now, you and Cassidy, you both were fantastic as tag champions. But you were away for a good amount of time. And in that time, the Brooklyn Prodigies have come in and they've ripped those tag titles for themselves. And I mean this with all due respect, but I don't see any team taking those belts away from them. Those guys, they're too damn tough. And, well,
that's crazy.
Too damn good. I mean, we're going to have to see it because the Prodigies, man, they're killers.
Indeed. Any other thoughts on this match, gentlemen?
Yeah, I got some stuff because I'm the tag team aficionado here. So like Chaos Conspiracy is good. However, Chaos Conspiracy is good with Silas Walker. And I say that because in no way, shape, or form in any realm or hell would you have beaten the Heretics without Silas Walker. And that's not just me tooting my horn. I'm also tooting Sammy's too, that ugly son of a bitch. And then you got the Brooklyn Prodigies. And this is the scary thing about the Brooklyn Prodigies. The Heretics have never lost to the Brooklyn Prodigies. And I'm saying this because the first time we beat them, I had to hit Behemoth in the dick. The second time we beat them, Sammy hit me with a chair and then framed it on Behemoth. That's the audacity you have to go to beat a team like the Brooklyn Prodigy. They're way too dominant. I'm sorry, Chaos, but like these guys are gonna eat you alive. They're literal mountains. They're going to sit on your face. I hope it's comfortable for them.
Indeed. It should be an interesting contest, to say the least. The reigning defending tag team champions, the Brooklyn Prodigies, Ray Louie and Behemoth, will defend against the Chaos Conspiracy of Robert Pearson and, yes, indeed, Jacob Cassidy.
Also, Ace, you suck, dude.
Casey, you suck. You suck.
So I just want to
And you
slap that
swallow it.
mud luck off your dumb face.
Come on,
No.
son of David.
Why don't I ever
Let's go
get
to
to
the next match.
Listen.
The next match is Ace Christian versus Casey James.
You wish, buddy. You wish you
So
could step in the ring with Ace Christian.
I wish you would make that mistake, bro.
My
we
mistake.
have
It'd be
one
your
final match, mortals. One final match.
I'm sorry. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
And it is the main event as of right now
Talk to me.
for DBW Fallout. And I'm talking about the DBW Global Championship will be on the line in the ultimate rematch as Silas Walker defends his DBW Global Championship against the Prince of DBW, Austin James, in a no holds barred match. We saw the first match at Unfinished Business. Absolutely incredible match. So good, you had to see it twice. That's what the DBW management team has brought to you. We need a winner. We have to have a winner in this match, and we will see it. Who will be coming? Who will be walking out of DBW Fallout as the DBW Global Champion? What say you?
So as a former Ego member, a former Ego brother, my statement still stands. No one in Ego, whether it's Austin James, whether it's Colin Graves, whether it's most specifically Roland Havoc, no singles gold. They don't make singles gold relevant. They don't make any gold relevant. They don't make DBW relevant. So Silas is going to win. Silas is going to win because AJ just doesn't got it. He don't got it. He don't got it. That's all it is. He don't got it.
Elite level
main event.
What say you? What say you, Pallet?
You're just a hater. It's jealousy. That's all it is, bro.
Any other thoughts on this global championship match?
Yeah,
Silas is God. Silas is God, dude. It's as simple as that. Which, by the way, that makes him your father.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But like, no, listen, dude, listen. Silas is God, and Austin James is the biggest disappointment in my family. I swear to God. Ask anybody. Biggest disappointment. He's like, oh, I'm Prince James. Like, dude, he ain't no Prince. He sucks. Like Ace Christian. Silas is gonna win this time. He's gonna keep him forever.
More than Ace, let's be honest.
Oh, shut up.
What say you, world champion Brandon Caselli?
World champion Brandon Caselli, what say you?
You know,
tell her.
I gotta hand it to Casey. I mean, AJ, he's a hell of a talent, and you know, there's a reason why he co-holds a record in DBW, but his track record, I mean, he hasn't beaten Silas yet, you know, as somebody that's faced off against Silas a couple times.
And he tapped out. Opponent,
but, and I don't want to be this guy, having faced both Roland and Colin, when they've gotten that opportunity, they've kind of stumbled at the finish line. And AJ's great, but I hate to say it, but I don't think he's going to win the Red Sonja.
Brandon, come on, brother. Come on.
That's crazy.
Look,
Brandon,
I have all the respect for Ego. I'm not trying to disrespect them, and I'm not trying to be that guy.
Yes,
but just look at the facts.
But why do people keep getting all these opportunities when all they do is fail? That's what I want to know.
Exactly, because they don't deserve it. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't deserve it.
No, false. Okay, I'm gonna talk now. Brandon, clearly Jones hit you too hard, brother. You know I love you, but you're smoking some good shit with freaking Ace and Casey. What? You being one of the most shocking, yeah, sure, buddy. You being one of the most shocking people in the world to win a world championship off of this guy here, you of all people should know what it's like to constantly have to try and make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Having so much gift, having so much passion, having so much drive. How many times did you have to challenge for the DBW title before you took it? A lot, right? And let's take a look at their recent opportunities. Roland's been getting screwed over. Austin James has been getting screwed over. See, you guys keep talking about how they're not meant to be champion, but you don't even give them a chance to really step in the batter's box. You guys try to play like you're the umpire and you rig it.
I do remember. I do remember Ace Christian's first DBW World Championship reign like it was yesterday. It was a glorious sight to see. You know, he hit me with the Judgment Slam 1, 2, 3. He won his first title. Congrats to my young Padawan. And then in a matter of 13 seconds later, I invoked my management clause and instilled my rematch, hit him with a Judgment Slam, and it was the quickest match in DBW history.
But stuff like that is my point. But stuff like that's my point. We can all agree they have talent, they have the passion, and it's clear that if Silas really believed that he was the chess master and all of that, and that he was better than Austin James, why would he forcefully take, in some cases, a handout from Gaynor or force Gaynor to help him excel further up the DBW management roles and the top of the mountain? Austin James can do it. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. When he wins at Fallout, I'm going to be one of the first people to congratulate him in person because Austin James deserves it. Justice for Austin
he wins,
James, and he's going to get justice.
If he wins, I'll be there to congratulate him too. I'm not.
If he wins, you owe me $20.
Short-handing him. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve his opportunity. He deserves as many chances. He deserves as many chances at the belt as he possibly can get. Same with Roland. Same with Colin. Same with all of them. They all deserve it. I'm not saying they don't deserve that. I'm just looking at the facts that are presented in front of me. I'm not trying to shorthand them. I'm just trying to be realistic.
I see exactly where Brandon Caselli's coming from. This is either way, as the fans, we win in this one. You know, this is why the first time ever in a DBW event, the DBW Global Championship will be on the line in the main event in a no-hold-barred match. But listen, we're going to do a quick run here, and then we're going to finish up the show. So we will see Chase Wakefield versus Aaron Blaze. Let me get some music on here in the background. Yes, indeed. So we will see Chase Wakefield against Aaron Blaze, the headline Aaron Blaze, one-on-one at DBW Fallout. We will see Ego going against the Brothers Creed at DBW Fallout in tag team competition. We will see Casey James go one-on-one with Matt Moore. We will see the DBW Anarchy Championship on the line as Jane Luther defends his title against the Salisbury psychopath Jackson Saber. We will see a penitentiary match qualifier as Ace Christian and Jackson Snow go at it one-on-one to see who will advance to Total Domination 10 for the penitentiary match for the World Extreme Championship.
Ace Christian, babe.
The tag team championships will be on the line as the Brooklyn Prodigies look to defend their championships against the Chaos Conspiracy, being reborn, renewed here for the 2025 season. And in your main event, you will see Silas Walker defend his DBW Global Championship in a no-holds-barred match against Austin James, the Prince of DBW, in one-on-one contest. What an amazing event DBW Fallout is going to be, and it comes to you, it premieres to you this Saturday, May 31st at 7 p.m. right here on the DBW YouTube channel. I want to thank all of my guests here for joining me on episode 9 of Mr. Judgment's Confessionals, and we will be back next Wednesday to recap and rehash all of the fallout of DBW Fallout as we take the steps, progress through the pinnacle of DBW. Total Domination 10 is on the horizon. What will come out of DBW Fallout? Be here this Saturday to find out at 7 p.m. right here on the DBW YouTube channel. Thank you, mortals and mortalettes, and my panel here this evening for giving me your thoughts and insights and perspectives on DBW Fallout. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening, you mortals. And make sure to pray to me. Yes, I am your father.